What's up, Brysonians? It's bonus content time. What's going on, Choogie?
Whoa.
What is up?
We got stuff and or junk to show people. I'm gonna try to see if I can capture all the coolness of the launch and the whatnot. If my computer does not explode. The all the announcements we were talking about are upon us.
Yes, there is lots. And there's one thing that makes me mad.
Only one?
So before, I said that Joanna's Overwatch skin she's getting, I thought was Brigitte. But it is not.
Oh.
Even though she fights with the flail and uses a tall shield, it was not. It was Reinhardt.
Oh.
So she has a Reinhardt kit, which pisses me off because he is the character from Overwatch I want in here the most. Because I felt part of it, not that he's the only character I want in there, but many of the Overwatch heroes already, I think I touched on this before, but they already have moves that are in this game used by it. So I thought
And then they were like, no.
you could actually have him as a character here. And
Well, that
now we're not.
sucks.
I mean, they could put him in there, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And what sucks is I looked over all the character stuff, and everyone's base moves, they're all the same. So no one's moves changed. It's just a big talent overhaul.
Oh, okay.
Which means Joanna is probably still going to not be all that fun to play as. Even if I wanted to play as Joanna using the Reinhardt skin, I don't think I would have a lot of fun.
She's still gonna be boring, McGee. Will do.
Yeah. And again, she's an excellent tank, but she's not fun. I don't find her to be that fun.
Do I? Can I just show people stuff? Is this it? Nope.
What are you trying to show?
The new skin.
If you go to collection and then go to skins,
Oh, that's true. That's probably the.
all of the new skins are in the featured section, so you could get a good look at all of them.
It's probably the better way to do it. Are they? Are they the fragments of the Dark Nexus bundle?
No, don't go to bundles. So all of those, all the bundles are the past. All the featured bundles are the past events around this time. Yeah, so those are all back at a discount, but they're still expensive as hell. So if you just go to skins, collection, and then skins.
There we go. So.
And that top part's the featured skins.
Just do like a quick run through so people can kind of see all the coolness. The Valla skins I think look really cool. Pretty pumped about those. I don't really play Overwatch at all, so I don't really have a pony in this race about whether they're cool or not. Mine's literally just based on looks. So based on looks, Rainer's looks fine, Valla's looks cool, Joanna's is whatever to me, but it's fine.
Yeah. Joanna, the Zealous Peacekeeper Joanna, and the Enhanced Rainer 76 are actually two skins that I used for Soldier 76 and Reinhardt in Overwatch.
Oh, cool.
They have their... I think the Reinhardt one is called Paragon, and it's the cool white and gold.
And of course you use the Bumblebee looking skin, so that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Well, alright, so we're going to go over two characters we've gone over before, just as kind of a... to go over the rework and how they're going to work now kind of thing. So for tonight we chose Valla and Rainer, and then next time we can go over Stitches and Joanna and Anduin, since those will have to actually build out,
Yeah.
since we didn't build those out before. So that'll be like some longer videos for you guys.
Yeah, so these, since we did do these, I will do just a very brief. I don't think we really need to go over the moves,
Okay.
especially since you play the two of them. So there's direct footage of you using all these things. So we'll just quickly go through. Well, we'll shoot through it real quick. So
Okay.
Hungering Arrow is your skill shot, and when you hit your main target, it branches off and hits two random enemies, prioritizing heroes. So this is used for basically your enemies running away. You shoot them with this, and then those two extra arrows should track them down and get them. Multi-shot is just a cone of damage, and anyone in that arc will take damage. Vault just gets you from one place to the next. It's a quick dodge or a quick engage, and then your next attack within 2 seconds does some bonus damage. The trait, which I love her trait, it's one of my favorite in the whole game. Your basic attacks stack up hatred, and hatred it stacks up to 10 times, and it increases your basic damage by 8% and your movement speed by 1%. And this is really, really big because, as I said before, I hoped her basic attack build is still intact. And although it's shifted around a bit, all the features in it are still there.
Oh, sweet. That's good news.
Yeah. Yep. And then Strafe is typically the recommended one that we use, and she just basically does a whirlwind of crossbow shots. So you just kind of get to uh, move around in a flurry of damage. And Rain of Vengeance, I don't use Rain of Vengeance too much, but it seems pretty decent. You do some damage and some stun, and you get 2 charges of it.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, and I actually have 2 builds. Um, did I already say that on camera, or were we talking off camera?
That was off camera that we said that
That was
you.
off camera. Excellent. Okay. So there is a pretty viable AoE build with Valla with multi-shot, and I'll go over that second, really quickly though. But Valla, if you're choosing Valla, it's not to be a lane clearer. She's so excellent, especially with the basic attack build, to take out heroes. Um, and even if she can go long enough in a safe zone, she could take down structures really well too, again with those basic attacks. So if you're gonna choose Valla, if you need someone to do a wave clear, if your job is wave clear for that match, uh, Valla's not really going to be the person you're going to want. If your job is if you're killing heroes, Valla's excellent choice. But she's got a very viable wave clear build with multi-shot, so I will cover it. Okay, so for Valla, our build one, the two, or no, there's only one new thing here. So this was the only part that's really going to take long here. So puncturing arrow is no different. Fire at will's no different. Basically, you just ramp up your damage on those 2 moves. But her new one and the lone talents that we talked about. So Creed
Okay.
of the Hunter. The lone part of it is you get 20% bonus attack speed, just right out of the gates, which is amazing. But every time you die, you lose 5%. So if you die 4 times, you have no more attack speed bonus. But there's still a quest link to it, so this actually makes the loans not as bad. So every 50 basic attacks against heroes, which sounds like a lot, but um, she's a basic attacker for the most part, so it's not going to be that bad. Um, because you got to do a kind of a version of this with Zul'jin, and I do it every time I play as him, and I a lot of the times get it done. So 50 basic attacks sounds bad, but it really isn't. Um, so anyway, every 50 basic attacks we land on heroes um, increases hatred's damage bonus per stack by 1% up to 5%. Uh, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually pretty huge. So if we go back,
It's actually so
um,
good.
so the damage we get already is 8%. So if at max hatred, we're going to be doing 80% bonus damage, which is great. But now with that extra 5, that's going to be 13. So now we're going to be doing 130% bonus damage. So that's over double damage while you're at max stacks.
Yeah, and then late game you're just owning people.
Yeah. Yes. And so that's going to be the theme. The first build we did was all around her trait, um, and I'm continuing to do so because I think the hatred is very satisfying. So, despite me
Yeah.
complaining about the lone quests last time we played, I would recommend Creed of the Hunter. Now, of course, we haven't played these yet. We haven't played them yet, so maybe it's not such a good idea. But it does encourage you to be a little more smart and a little less aggressive because um, you you do want to make sure you don't die.
Yeah, you want to keep that attack speed.
Um, yeah, yes. But what's nice is that even if you do die 4 times and you lose your attack speed, you still have a quest, so you are at least still gaining uh, this damage bonus.
Yeah, it's not like it's
Uh,
a total waste. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you like her basic attack build, the other 2 quests aren't going to do shit for you.
Yeah.
One's Hungering Arrow, one's Multi-Shot. So if you don't like those moves, then Creed of the Hunter is actually a really solid pick. And for the most part, I believe for everyone, I think that's what the loans are. You get a juicy loan that you can lose, but there's still a quest attached to it, so you still get something. I know
Okay.
when we get to the Stitches build, that's the same thing. If you lose it, it sucks, but the quest on it is still nice enough to where I think it might be worth it. So moving on to part 4, I would recommend doing repeating arrow. Um, Mainly just because Vault no longer costs mana, so it's free. So if you run out of mana, you're not going to be screwed. Um,
Okay.
And then also when you cast Vault, it resets Hungering Arrow. So you can be a little aggressive with it as well. So you can shoot your Hungering Arrow, vault away, and if an enemy keeps chasing you, you have your Hungering Arrow ready to go again. And then
Okay.
since we don't want to die with our lone quest, being able to vault without having to worry about screwing yourself out of mana, um, it's pretty good. The only question I have, and this is worth doing. Again, we're a basic attack hero, so mana might not be that big of an issue. So this might be no point, because if you're really not getting
Yeah.
to a point where you're actually running out of mana, this might be not helpful. So this needs a little bit of playing with. And if that is the case, then I think Death Dealer will be the better bet.
Oh, you think Death Dealer over Arsenal? Okay.
Yeah, Arsenal is going to be that's multi-shot, whatever. That's a wave clear. If you do need wave clear in the map, this is pretty good. This is going to help you for sure. But Death Dealer, with our basic attacks, it reduces the cooldown of Vault by 5 seconds, which is a big chunk. And Vault, when you Vault, you have 2 seconds to land a basic attack, and it increases that next attack by 6%. With Death Dealer, it
Okay.
increases it to 15% per stack. So if you roll, you can do a massive blow. And the more I explain this out loud, we're going to change to Death Dealer. This is definitely better. And then if
Okay.
this attack kills its victim within 1.5 seconds, the mana cost and cooldown of Vault are refunded. So that's excellent. Because now remember, so this is increases the bonus damage from 6 to 15 per stack of hatred. That's 10 stacks of hatred. So this is an extra 150% for one attack. If we complete our
Jeez.
quest, that's 130. So now we're doing, so if we get the 130, we're at our max stacks, and then we vault, our next basic attack is going to be doing, what, a total of, what did I say, 150? So 280.
Yeah, 150.
So a total of 280 for a single attack. Um,
So
so
I
that's almost four times the damage.
so this will be interesting because I will definitely have to play her differently because I tend to use Vault as an oh shit I gotta get out of here, less as an engage. So that'll make
Right.
this interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing though. Since the vault is refunded when we get the enemy hero that's running away, you can now vault, get that shot off, this massive shot, kill him. It'll be refunded and refreshed, and then you can just vault right back out.
Yeah, and then you can get out of dodge. Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing too. If you are getting beat up, you can vault away, and if they chase you, now you have a super shot that's gonna. You vault, they chase you, you land that shot. Even if it doesn't kill them, they're gonna run away because that's gonna be a big chunk of damage that they take.
Yeah,
So
or they
this
don't
will
chase you in
still
the
be
first
used.
place.
Yeah. So I would still say use this defensively, but if you got that enemy that only has that tiny little chunk of health left, this is going to help you seal the deal on a lot of kills.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, so 7, we're going for Hot Pursuit. So this is
Okay, so
increases the
that stayed the
movement
same.
speed bonus. Yeah, so this increases the movement speed bonus. So just like it did before, max stacks of hatred, you get 10% movement speed. This will change that to an additional 25% movement speed. So 35 percent movement speed at max stacks, which will go with Vault even better because now you're moving faster. You're moving 35% faster. So you're moving a pinch faster than a character who's on their mount.
Super cool.
So you should be able to chase anyone down because each hit you land, you're gonna get a little bit faster each time. So you should be able to chase down almost any hero, and you can even vault as well to seal that deal as well, which will also help you run away as well. And then 10, Strafe. We're gonna stick with Strafe. That's just the easy to use one. Easy to use. It's good for wave clear. It's good for a big pile up of um, like a big team fight on a point. So this will just do big damage to everybody.
Okay.
13 was a little tough because Gloom has a passive that I really like. Gloom lets you you get spell armor passively, and then each stack of hatred you heal for 2.5, or you gain 2.5. Sorry, excuse me. 2.5 health per second back. So it's like a regen system.
Oh.
But I think the health part of it isn't going to be, the spell armor will be nice, but I think the health part of it isn't going to be that great because even if you're at max stacks of hatred, hatred only lasts for 6 seconds. So you're not going to get that much health back in that 6 second chunk. So you're going to have to keep landing a hit. And if there's nothing to hit, then you're no longer going to get it. However, it's kind of the same bit with Tempered by Discipline, which is the one I would recommend taking. Because this, you passively get 10% health back, or basic attacks heal for 10%. That one you just get. But then that's increased by 2% per stack of hatred. So you can then, at max stacks, you're going to either heal for 10% damage or 30% damage. And I think that is better because you don't have to, because you get that no matter what.
Yeah, I think that is better.
Yeah, so I think that might be a little bit better, and it might be a little more aggressive in a team fight as well. I think you're going to benefit from the health on hit better than the health per second from the other one. Um, because later, because first of all, we're assuming you haven't died yet. You have 20% attack speed. So you're going to be attacking faster. You
Yeah, so
should
you're healing
be
faster. Yeah.
yeah, you should be attacking faster than one attack a second. And then the 16, Seething Hatred. Swell at max hatred, increase all damage by 10%. So we're just adding an additional 10% to our damage that we're already stacking up from the hatred. So that's great.
Okay, I think that's different from, I think before we did the passive trait? Oh no, maybe we did do Seething Hatred. Maybe I'm on drugs. No, I think we did do Seething
Maybe.
Hatred. I think I'm thinking of at 20, I think there was a different trait that we took that was a passive
Yes.
trait.
Yes. So at 20, this used to be less stuff and lower down. It used to be like a 13 trait, I think. So at level 20,
Okay.
we're going to take Farflight Quiver. Uh, so the
Okay.
new part is you get 20% basic attack range, which is excellent. Um, Again, as a Zul'jin player, once you get your extra range, it really changes the game. It makes you can stay in a safer spot and still pump out the much bigger damage. Um, the part that is not new is the while at max hatred, you gain an additional 30% basic attack. Oh, that's attack range. I thought it was speed again. Okay, so
Oh,
she
okay.
used to have one where you got attack speed per hatred. So that's gone completely because that is part of our loan quest. So I read this one wrong the first time. However, I still think it's probably a good choice. So 20 attack range, 20% attack range is great. And then for each hatred you do, you gain. Oh no, you don't gain one. It's just at max. So you either get 20 or at max you get 30. An additional 30. So you get 50% attack range.
It should be nuts if picking
Uh,
people off from
yeah,
wherever.
yes. So that way, if you're when you engage, you got 20% attack range. During that fight, you now get your 10 stacks. Now, as they run away, they have 30% more ground to cover before they're free of your attacks. So if you
With
just
me just
click on that one
wailing off.
hero, your basic attacks will keep going on them, and you don't have to worry about chasing them down for a much longer period. So this is it's not what I thought it was, but it's still good. I still think it's a good choice.
Yeah, super good.
Uh, and if it doesn't sound very good, Death Siphon is fine too. You can pump up your heroic.
Okay.
And then just really, really fast. Then for build number 2 for a wave clear build. Um, so back to 1, we're gonna go fire at will because this just
Okay.
it not only adds hatred to the attack, but it increases the damage by 4 if you hit a hero. Um, and
Oh, nice.
also, there's no cap to it. You just keep gaining and gaining and gaining. So there's no
That's
limit.
really cool, actually.
Yeah. And then 4, we go with Arsenal. And so this is the one we do more damage, and it also drops the grenades. So this will stack well because 20% more damage. Oh, no, sorry, the range is 20%. And then the grenades, I believe, are going to benefit from the extra damage of multi-shot as well as the initial blast of multi-shot.
Yeah, that should be really
And then
good.
7, we do Frost Shot, which multi-shot now will slow enemies. You also get a bonus for Hungering Arrow as well. That it'll slow on the initial attack. So both your ranged moves will slow. Still going with Strafe because you can do a wave clear with that. And then 13, I chose Siphoning Arrows because now Hungering Arrow and Multi-Shot will heal you.
Okay.
At 16, you can do Punishment because the recharge is 50% faster while at max hatred. so you can pop off
Okay.
more multi-shots. And then at 20, you could probably go with Death Siphon, Acrobat, or Far Flight Quiver. Any one will work. I chose Death Siphon because I know um, I'm probably going to use that. That'll probably be stronger for a specific wave clear.
Well, dope. 2 rework builds for the price of 1.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, the wave clear build, if you're in a silly match and you want to have fun, go for it. But if you want to, if you're in a harder match or you just want to practice as Valla and be better with her, I would not recommend the multi-shot build just because she's better than a wave clearer.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
that wave clear is not important. Not that wave clear is not important. And if you do need wave clear, at level 4 you can take Arsenal if you need wave clear. That's still kind of early in the game, you know, but you can see if you play with randoms, you can see like, oh, we don't have a good wave clear for this map. I'll just take Arsenal instead.
Which I've definitely done. I mean, Arsenal is definitely not a bad talent choice. It does work. So yeah, sometimes you see a match where it's like, oh crap, we're like, you know, all healers and we're not moving.
If you just have like a lot of good single target DPS, then it's like, well, okay, I'll take Arsenal to kind of compensate for that.
Yeah. Well, all right, Brassonians. Share, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. Otherwise, we're going to BRB with our Rainer build. Bye!
Later.